They say you can impress somebody with a large vocabulary. How about words like ghosting, catfishing, breadcrumbing? You know what those mean? Stay tuned. What's going on, everybody? This is SafeWord, your platform for teaching, learning, and opening the eyes of our audience to the world of kink, BDSM, and relationships. I am your host, Kane Marcos.
And I am your other host, Dora Storm.
And I am your co-host, Callista Fury.
And I'm your other co-host, Knight Wagner.
So what are we talking about today? I mean, that was a crazy intro. Guess you're going to have to stick around because we don't have time.
What?
And as always, make sure you like and subscribe for more content on kink, BDSM, and relationships. All right. So this is SafeWord. And here on SafeWord, we are going to use the safe word of the day in case the topic is too hot or heavy or, we want to stop. So say the safe word of the day. Safe word of the day today is prizes. True. Can we all say prizes?
Prizes.
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 But first and foremost, let's kick this off and say hello to our A1 since day one, Mr. Roy. He rocks us on all of our freaking lives, watches every show, he comments all of it. So can we say hello to our fan favorite?
What's up, Roy?
All right, but first things first. First things first. Kink. Do we have Kink news?
Yes, we do. All right, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Missed you guys. First thing I wanted to bring up today, especially on the topic of mind games and just weird shit that used to happen. Back in the 1800s, I just recently did some research that women used to go out and with apple slices in their armpits and, do their nightly activities, whether they were going out to the taverns or whatever, just hanging out with their girls. At the end of the night, though, they would take those apple slices and hand them to a potential suitor. And if the suitor liked the smell, he would pursue a relationship. He would begin courting. So, what? Just in case you guys needed that little tidbit of information.
Wait, so if the guy liked the smell, then he'd be like, yeah, girl, you smell real nice. You've been working in the fields all day.
Well, it wasn't like they put it in the morning. It was like before they went out. I'm having a really hard time trying to get the timeline or exactly what they were doing because they're not hitting the club. It's the 1800s, right? So it's like I said, if they were going to the tavern,
Victorian dance.
Yeah.
So they're wearing it under their armpits like deodorant, wearing it all day long, going about their activities.
No, not all day.
Here you go, sweetheart.
Not
here
all day.
For your
just
morning
before
toast, a slice of apple to go along with it. Have at it.
Slice.
No, it's like if you guys are going out clubbing and everything, and you know how women take forever in the bathroom or whatever, part of their little routine was to get an apple slice, stick it underneath their armpits and their dresses or whatever, and go out. Like I said, I don't know if they were clubbing necessarily, but just going out where there's men, gentlemen, taverns, bars, things like that. And, just hanging out. Then at the end of the night, if they liked somebody, they'd give them that apple slice. And that person would, ooh, okay, yeah. Or oh God, what the hell? No.
And that gives a whole new meaning to girl, I'll drink your old bath water. Girl, eat your size.
They didn't take baths back then.
So whatever. It's just your natural bath water. Just, all stuff.
You smell like the lower creek.
Absorb fence and they absorb liquid. So, I mean, even handing it over, you'd be like, and it would be really wishy.
Yeah, I was always wondering why my grandparents and my great grandparents were all about that apple cider vinegar. Now I kind of think I know why.
Keeps the doctor away because he smells it. He's like, ew, I don't want any of that.
All right, so then in other news, just something that I thought I'd bring up. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard by now, and if not, here it is. So you guys remember a rap artist by the name of Afro Man?
Because I got hot.
Because I got hot.
Sir.
All right, so Over this past weekend, his home got raided by police on accident.
Wait, how do you accidentally raid someone's house?
Dude, I don't. This is.
Was he playing like Call of Duty or something?
No. So I guess they were supposed to be raiding another house or like his neighbor's house or something, but they ended up raiding his home. Forceful entry, like the whole nine and everything. And then after everything was said and done, they were like, "Oh, sorry about that." Well, Afro Man decided to make a rap about it, and he used the surveillance footage from his home and body cams in the rap video. So now the police department is kind of upset because they're saying, "Hey, you made us look like idiots."
Well,
like,
well, don't make the mistake. I mean,
wait. So they bust into his house looking for drugs or sex dungeon, and run through all his stuff. He kicks the videos, makes a song, and they're complaining.
Yeah. And so here's the thing: it was a
stupid thing, win stupid prizes. There you go.
It was a complete mistake. It wasn't like, hey, they had the right house. Like, they had the wrong address, the wrong house. They didn't even know it was his home. They didn't know what to expect, or they had a different idea of what they were expecting. They just entered into the whole completely wrong house, and it just so happened to be Afro Man's.
Nice. Nah.
Let me guess. No, not Warren.
Like, I guess that's a good way to get back at him. I guess because he does. I mean, he's got money. It's not like he needs it for money. So that's
still not fair. Just because you have money, because they don't fix your stuff. This is the thing. When the police bust through your door, they don't fix it. Yeah. Guilty or not.
Well, and here's the thing: is they have to. I think they should have to, because it was a complete wrong house. It wasn't like, oh, we entered in here under false pretenses. It was, oh shit, that's a 7, not an 8. My bad.
Yeah, someone put the wrong address into Google that morning.
So, and the other thing that I wanted to bring up, because I think it tickles me a little bit. The police department's saying, "Oh, you made us look stupid." How many times have people on Cops and Live PD been like just taken handcuffed in their underwear or butt ass naked, tackled, made to look like fools on a police show? And none of them get to sue and be like, "Hey, man, when you arrested me for DUI, you made me look dumbass,"
Yeah, no, exactly. That you're worried about your image. Well, maybe you guys should do a better job at your job.
When it's like, if you could read their badges, then I'd say that's a problem. But I mean,
I'm confused.
If you're raiding a home, you should have been like masked up, full regalia,
I mean, where are they? Florida? Not surprising.
Damn.
But that's all I have for Kink News. So,
all right, Florida, we love you.
Is that all you have for your Kink News today, or you got one more?
Nope.
No, that's it?
Nope, that's it. That's all I have.
Hold up. Can we just give a round of applause because Kane did not go down the morbid Marcos path?
All right. No one got killed today.
Or dismembered.
Right.
Tune in next week.
Right, exactly. All right, so that brings us to what we're talking about today, which it's our Kink of the Month. So what we are talking about in our Kink of the Month is mind games.
I like games.
Yeah, and the mind games. I mean, so we're gonna get into this a little bit and see if there's good, bad, the ugly, in between. But first things first, I need to know if my crew knows what mind games are. So very briefly, I'm just gonna hit each one of you, and you're gonna tell me what's a mind game, Mr. Knight.
Games where they test your intelligence, like chess or something on like Jackbox, right? That's what I'm talking about.
Mastermind.
Okay. All right. Miss Callista, would you like to enlighten the audience on what we're talking about tonight?
Well, a good example of mind games is what Knight just said right now. He's kind of just messing with somebody. I don't know, just getting people to kind of play a game as far as using your words or actions, trying to get you to do something, or it's just a game using your words.
Okay, all right, Mr. K. What are mind games?
God, any conversation with the opposite sex. Nowadays, any conversation with the opposite sex, don't say hi, don't say hello.
All right, so I'm gonna run through just like, your top things that are mind games. They're forever changing, and believe me, by the time we come up with this list, there's another list out there. So I'm gonna go through some of these. I'm gonna see if you guys know what they are. All right. So mixed signals would be something that's a mind game. You're sitting there telling that person, "Oh, hey, I want to blah blah blah," and then your actions don't follow it. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the mixed signals. Testing, we'll get into that. Ghosting, playing hard to get, the silent treatment, love bombing. Now, does anybody know what love bombing is?
Oh yeah. I mean, no.
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
I see you nod your head. What's love bombing?
Talk to me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Cut out a little bit right there. So love bombing is whenever you give someone all the love, the attention. Girl, you look so good. I can't wait to just get you home tonight. Or I just, I want to shower you with a bunch of, flowers and pretty things, and just giving them all the love and the attention.
Okay.
And then just take it away. Cold. Just be done.
Or there's another angle to that where love bombing is like you just literally agree with everything that person. I like cars. I like cars too. I like engines. Me too. I mean, you ain't never worked on an engine before in your life. Like just whatever you like, I like it too. So that's love bombing. Catfishing, I think we all have a good idea what catfishing is. And breadcrumbing. And I'm gonna kick this one to Kane. Have you guys heard of breadcrumbing before? It's kind of a newer term.
No, I haven't.
All right, Mr. Kane, do you know what breadcrumbing is?
Is breadcrumbing when you give them just enough to get them hooked, and then give them a little bit more just to keep them interested, and then give them just a little bit more, and then take it all away.
And then take them to your basement.
Here, follow the trail. Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what you're doing. You're giving them a little bit more, and a little bit more. And sometimes you give them just enough to where they kind of are on the hook, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh, but this person likes me because they called or they text. So yeah, I know it's been a week, but that's breadcrumbing. So all things that are mind games today, for real.
Yeah. So why do you think people play mind games? More or less, just is it? Do you think that people play mind games for a specific reason? Or do you think it's more just something like a habit or a way that they've always gotten along, a way that they learned how to communicate? Is it for control? Is it for guys to get laid or girls to get paid? What do you think mind games?
That's a good question.
What we think, Drew?
That's a real good question. I think, let me start off. I think it's just really, sometimes it's a lack of communication. A lack of skills to communicate. And I'll paint this picture. Okay. There was a female girl that I was dating at the time who told me she just wanted to just wish she could just be held and just lay next to a guy and have nothing happen. Right? Everyone has that thing. They just want to be held. So what does she do? She gets naked and climbs up in the bed next to me. Same conversation. What are you supposed to do in this case? She just told you 5 minutes ago you want nothing to happen, but you're sitting there naked. What do you do?
You cuddle her.
To this day, I still don't understand what happened.
So what did you end up doing? Inquiring minds want to know. What did you end up doing?
I spent the whole night staring at the ceiling, not sleeping.
I'm pleased to do this night. Okay.
She communicated what she wanted, right?
Right. Okay. So you think it's a lack of communication. So what do you think? Why do you think people play mind games?
So I think Knight was on the right track as far as not knowing how to necessarily communicate. But I also think it's just a way of getting aroused, especially I think maybe more at the beginning of, hey, do I actually like this guy? Or hey, do I actually like this girl? Trying to kind of play that game to reel them in and see if they're going to play along with you.
Right.
So yes, a form of control. Yes, a form to get laid. Yeah. But it's just another way to communicate other than playing these mind games.
Yeah. Okay, so I might add on to that. So I definitely think that there's a level of control, because I mean, you can play mind games within a placing, and that is a level of control. It's to manipulate a person, and I think that really the reason why people do it is they have insecurities in that whatever game they're playing, if it's silent treatment or whatever it is, there's an insecurity that's not being communicated or dealt with, so they wrap a mind game around it to make it easier to deal with. That's personally what I've discovered with a lot of people playing mind games.
I think 90% of it might be like something to do with insecurities, but I think that there's still a lot more that's left to be said for people thinking that doing something a certain way is bound to get a more desirable result than playing the game the right way, in a manner of speaking. So I think it's more of an sometimes it's more of an fuck me. I feel like, sorry, I'm still getting down off of that cold, so it's like I got like this little bit of congestion in between the throat and the nasal cavity where trying to do certain syllables next to each other is just not fucking working. I think sometimes it also comes down to a matter of manipulation as well as insecurities.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
I'll be honest, guys. I haven't been forthcoming. I like playing mind games, but here's why.
No fucking shit.
Let me explain.
I'm not forthcoming with something that's blatantly obvious.
I'm a bit careful with the fact that I like to play mind games. Well, at least it's communicating.
I've got 3 pairs of shades on. I like to play mind games.
They're not bad mind games. They're fun mind games. They're games where everybody can join in and be a bit witty and be a bit subtle, because I like being vague. I like being circumvent. So it's kind of like a give and take. Like tennis. I toss the ball to you, toss it back to me, and see how we do.
Yeah.
So are you the only one enjoying whenever you're, playing these mind games with someone else? Are you the only one enjoying that? Is your partner that you're, playing that tennis match with, do they enjoy it too?
No, they want to lay down and cuddle. And this motherfucker's breaking out a tennis racket.
They started it. In fact, that's an excellent point. All right, because I think men and women do this in 2 completely different ways. The playing field is not even. Men, I think, could be more direct, right? More, hey,
prize.
Maybe more
Prize.
transparent.
Prize. Men can be more direct. Did I hear that right?
Yes. Nice shoes, right? Women don't say that.
Men are like the key proprietor of ghosting. Are you kidding me? Men are especially in first dating.
No, bullshit. Men have just been doing it longer. Women found out how to perfect that.
Nope. We're gonna go to the tape on this one. You guys started even before the conversation begins. Hey, how's your day? Hey, response 0. Okay, that's check mark 1. Maybe after a relationship is developed, maybe a guy is more prone to ghost to get rid of the crazy chick. But from the start to that point, you guys have it. Prove me wrong.
Guys are playing mind games from the door. Let's take it to the dating. Let's take it to exchanging numbers. You find somebody in the mall or in the grocery store. You're like, hey, girl, yeah, you're direct. You come up, hey, I want your phone number. Okay, the phone number goes. How long does it take for a motherfucker to call someone or get, use the number? It's because they're playing a mind game.
Prizes.
Okay, well, I need to look like I'm busy.
Prizes. Nope. You're talking about even getting a phone number. It was not a man's idea to come up with a concept called the loser line, which is a fake number that women hand out to dudes just to get them out their face.
Mm-hmm. Or better yet, write the number and somehow miss a digit. How did that happen? Oh, call every number in the book until you get that right one. Good luck.
Well, what happened? What happened was during that conversation leading up to, hey, can I get your number? Was them playing a game or something, being stupid and just not acting right. Sure, I'll give you a number to get you out of my face.
Put your mouth, and you decide to play a mind game with me. So now my number is missing a digit.
Yeah.
It sounds like everybody is playing games 24/7. Is that the case? Is that what we're down to? Everyone's playing games all the time?
I would say so.
Yeah, I think in a huge, like if we're looking at society, yeah, all the time. That's what people do. We just play mind games. But there are those select few that come up and, are very direct. They're very direct from the door. They sit down at the first date and they're very direct. And a lot of times. So
do you think it's more so whenever they're dating or just starting that they play these mind games?
Happen in a relationship as well. But I mean, here's the deal. Oh God, I lost it. Never mind.
Well, is being direct also a mind game in itself? Is that kind of
okay, that's what I was gonna say. Okay, so you can have a girl that will be straight up direct, and you're sitting here saying that women aren't direct, right? That's what I heard you say, Knight. Women aren't direct. Okay, there are girls that will go on a date and lay out everything they're looking for down to a baby. I want to get married in a year. I need a baby in like 6 months. The house is like picket fence. I don't want to work and I want you to pay my bills. There are women that come out there and say that shit, and then they get labeled crazy or like a manhunter, or she's looking for the marriage and the lockdown and the guy, but she's being direct.
I can be direct too.
Yeah, I can be direct too. I'm trying to get laid. Like,
I hate to say that. And here's the thing: in a dating situation, I respect that more than you sitting there trying to play a game to get into my panties. I already see the game you're playing, so stop. Just say what it is.
So can games be fun? I mean, if the end goal is to either be in a relationship or get laid, does that mark it as fun?
Only if it's successful.
Games.
Well, here's the thing. Mind games can be really fun, and everybody does it in an effort to get to know someone. I don't care what you say. Doesn't matter if it's girl, guy. In the beginning, we're playing mind games to get to know somebody. You don't know that person, okay? So you're doing the things that you need to do to figure that out. Maybe that's your method. But it can be fun. I mean, like I said, in a play scene, there's a whole lot of mind games going on, especially if you're dealing with a brat. If you are dealing with a labeled brat, forget it. It's all mind games the entire freaking time. So, yeah, see, brat, okay? Like, all mind games.
Very much brat.
To be Knight's friend, you have to play mind games, okay? Seriously, just all the time, 24/7. But, I mean, yes, it can be fun. It's the banter. You know what I'm saying? But when it goes into your relationship and you're not communicating, let's say you've been in this relationship for even 6 months, a year, but you're still playing mind games, then there's some manipulation that's happening. Then there's some things that could end up causing triggers for the other person, and issues. Because any kind of manipulation is going to cause issues on somebody else, There's a winner.
You're talking like it sounds like it's a bad thing.
Well, hold on. Talking about breadcrumbing, catfish, and shit like that, yeah, that's never fun, and the end goal always sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're talking about very different mind games, pursuing a relationship and, the banter back and forth. I think that's just relationship squabbles. That's, playing the dozens with each other. That's, get the standard getting to know you bit. But when you come to go for it.
So, in a relationship, when somebody gives the silent treatment, you think that that's just normal or okay? Or, I mean, is that okay to play something?
Well, the question was, is it ever okay to play mind games, and are they ever fun?
Yeah.
So, to answer the question, is it ever fun? It's depending on what kind of game you guys are playing. I mean, if you have an established relationship and that's the way you communicate, or that's how you guys vibe with each other, then okay, cool. But if it's not, then no, it's not going to be fun. Breadcrumbing, I don't think that could ever be fun because there's a malicious intent behind it. Catfishing is never fun. There's a malicious intent behind it. Yeah. Love bombing, there's a malicious intent behind it, or an ulterior motive.
So
there is. If there is a malicious, because sometimes somebody may do it without realizing. Maybe they're insecure. Oh, this picture of me is better, even though I looked like that 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't have it in their mind, but yes, definitely intent is important.
Okay, real quick, deal breaker question. So, as far as being catfished, which is worse, or which is better, or which would you prefer? If you're starting to meet somebody, talk to somebody, you start an online relationship, and then you find out that it's their pictures, they're just from a time where they looked better.
So that happened to me. This was back and I'm gonna age myself a little bit in MySpace days. And I'm not even talking about that scenario. This was me and my own fault, Mr. Kane Marcos. I'm not going to talk about, when you set me up for failure. So the other time, met this guy on MySpace, and he was very interesting. He's, according to him, just got out of the military recently. He's in the Marine Corps. He sent me a picture back and forth. We were texting and everything, and it was him. And I talked to him on the phone. We didn't do video calling back then, But so I met him up at a bar. Hey, let's we've been vibing and let's go have a drink, right? He shows up, and he's about 50 pounds heavier than his picture. Now he was still, cute and everything, but I just kind of felt like, oh, that's not what I was expecting, and I'm not so shallow that turned me off. However, that's not what I was expecting. And I didn't end up seeing him again afterwards.
Well, and also I think that just kind of makes you feel awkward as far as like, oh, if you're willing to start off like on a lie or on a twisted truth, then like what else are you gonna do with this shit? I'm cool. I don't want to figure it out.
Well, I've had it happen to me too. Just waiting for dinner and I, I'm Bumble, meet somebody. Okay, you're out. The pictures were cool, not a knockout. Anyways, from the door. But nice guy. Talked to him for a while. Messaged back and forth. He sent me the same kind of pictures. He shows up and he looks completely different. I'm talking like the saggy jowls and way bigger and the whole nine. And I'm like, you could tell it was him, but it's like, how long ago was this taken? And you took them all like this.
Yeah.
But I wasn't so shallow to where I was like, oh, hell no. I'm not, no, we're going to okay, let's sit down and talk. But I sat down and he really was like, okay, so let's just have a conversation here. Who's that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why did you use this? Because you don't look like, that's not you, right? I mean, that's you, but like, how long ago? And then the guy's like, well, I'm feeling insecure, I went to the hospital, I have a thyroid issue, and blah, blah, blah. And, okay, I get it. But I don't know how I start anything with you. Why lie about this in the door before I ever met you? Like, where's our trust level even sit? So, I mean, yeah.
Is a reverse catfish possible? Like, if you use B-list photos and then show up looking hot, is that okay then?
Hey, quick question, Kane. Did you want to do a quick run through on how you catfished me in a roundabout way?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. No, I didn't. I feel like we beat that horse to death twice. That poor fucker's in another life, just still getting his ass beat. Nah.
It's gonna be on his tombstone. Rip Tank.
I really have to hope that I don't go before Callista because like
just gonna say it. No,
remember that news story I brought where that guy goes and pisses on his ex-wife's headstone and like she's been gone for like 20 years? That's gonna be Callista.
Oh, sweetheart, I'm writing your obituary.
Go for it. I won't mind.
Okay, so we kind of have an understanding, like, right? Maybe in a relationship, and the intent behind it, obviously, that's where your intention is where it makes it fun of, what you're doing. But, I mean, if you are dealing with somebody that is playing mind games, and let's take this from a relationship standpoint, instead of like right from the door, how would you deal with somebody that's playing these kind of mind games within your relationship? And I'm gonna kick it to Kane because he's gonna be like, he's like, about everything. So maybe he's like, gonna be like, I'm gonna be playing with that. Throw her off the tip.
No, honestly, I haven't had too many experiences as far as like being out in the dating world and trying to find, like that special somebody. I've had enough experiences to speak intelligently for myself. As far as like giving world-renowned advice, I don't know exactly what to say on the topic of mind games, except for the fact that if you stick around with it, that's your damn fault. I mean, if you understand that somebody's playing you, messing around, playing some stupid ass games and you're still there in 2 months, then at that point it's no longer that person's fault. It's you for being gullible enough to fall for it. I think one of the biggest lies that women tell themselves, and I hate to say it, and I'm gonna throw all of you guys under the bus, is that I can change them.
Yeah.